I'm gonna warn you folks at home, do not expect to see a catch-as-catch-can style of professional wrestling right here. If you are squeamish, good, because you are gonna see a pure out-and-out fight right here. There is no love lost. There is no disregard.
God, you believe it? Because I'm going to pile drive you straight to hell.
Wow. The threat, or dare I say premonition, of a pile driver. Well, a pledge of sorts from Chase Del Monte, and that pledge is that he is going to pile drive JT Dunn. But I would be very careful talking about pile drivers. That's the exact move that put Chase Del Monte's neck in traction 6 years ago. It's the exact move that Chase Del Monte almost had to end his career. He was told by doctors that he should never wrestle again. And, well, Chase Del Monte didn't listen. And 3 weeks later, after his neck being in traction, Chase was back in the ring competing for Chaotic Wrestling. That's what this company means to him. And Chase and JT are about to square off, and they're locking up right here. And this is going to be one of those lockups where I doubt either man is going to let go anytime soon unless they have an advantage. And there you go, Tony P having to split them up and Chase throwing hands.
And you know, you talk about implications here. You know, Chase, he loves his company.
What trampoline did you train?
Oh, shots fired here. A little shot there to JT Dunn. Never really trained by one man. Kind of found his way around the circuit and picked up a lot here and there and made himself a self-made man.
I mean, I don't want to come to the aid of JT Dunn, but when you tag with Chris Hero and you travel up and down the road with Chris Hero, you're getting a pretty damn good wrestling education. But Chase Del Monte is right. Chase has stood and learned under the learning tree of one of the greatest professional wrestlers Massachusetts, nay, the entire world has ever seen, in the great late Killer Kowalski. And these two right here, headlock, shoot off there. Huge shoulder block as Chase Del Monte runs through JT Dunn.
I want to say something here because that brings up a great point, the Killer Kowalski reference here. Because not only does he have his company on the line here for himself, he's doing this for himself, but all the people that have worked for this company before him, all of the people that have taken part, have broken down the ring once or twice, have been in the back, have just put their weekends on hold just to put on shows for this great company.
He has, Pat, we're talking about people like Sasha Banks, people like Tommaso Ciampa, people like Ivar, people like Kofi Kingston. They have all been through the same roads that Chase Del Monte has been down. And don't get it twisted. You're right. Chase Del Monte's battling this not just for himself, but for everyone that has stepped in a chaotic ring. He's doing it for every single member of the chaotic wrestling roster in the back.
But do you think that's going to have effect on the mind of Chase Del Monte tonight? Do you think that's going to get in his head? Is it going to overwhelm him?
No, Chase Del Monte's been carrying that type of weight on his shoulders for years. He knows where he is. He knows the company that he owns. He knows the company that he runs, and he knows the lineage and the foundation that it's built on, because he's part of that foundation.
But could you think, after all those names we just listed and all the implications this has on Chase Del Monte, what it would mean for JT Dunn, what it would be like for JT Dunn to just take this company away? What will he do with that history and that heritage? Is he going to throw it all away? Is he going to just ruin it all just for the unit?
That's a question I can't answer, and I tell you something else, Pat. Selfishly, it's a question I never want to have to answer. Well, right now, these guys are going back and forth. Huge hip toss attempt there, and Headlock takeover once again from Chase Del Monte, controlling JT Dunn on the floor. This is the feeling out process of the final fight, ladies and gentlemen. Figuring out exactly how far each one of them can push each other. Because right now, this is a game of mental toughness. This is a fight of mental toughness, and JT then getting out of it, not in a particularly nice way, and telling Tony P exactly what he thinks of him. Oh, big chop to the chest of Chase Del Monte.
I haven't heard a chop like that in a long time.
And now JT got Chase in the corner, picks him up. Another big chop to the chest right there.
He's been wanting to do that for a while now.
Oh, he loved it as well, and he takes it down a snapmare takeover and is now leaning all of his weight on the traps and neck of Chase Del Monte. The neck that I've already told you in the past has been injured and was re-injured by Ace Romero just a few weeks ago, that almost put into question whether Chase Del Monte could compete tonight. But you know as well as anyone that an injury, unless it is literally a matter of life and death, is not going to stop Chase Del Monte from walking through those ropes. Del Monte gets up and throws JT Dunn out the ring and gets rid of him right there.
That's the experience advantage that Chase has, using the ring to his advantage here. Now he's going to make his way to the outside.
Well, this is where the fight continues, and dare I say, this is where this becomes a real fight, as Chase puts the boots to JT on the outside. And now JT Dunn being pulled up to his feet by his hair right in front of the crowd, right there in the front of you there. JT Dunn is body slammed onto the floor. And again, it is Chase Del Monte right now taking it to JT Dunn. Tony P, though, is counting. Folks, this is a regular 1-fall match. Their count out do apply. Can you imagine if Chase Del Monte loses control of Chaotic Wrestling on a count out?
You think that could happen?
Tony P's counting? It could absolutely happen. He's up to 8.
What would happen if both of them? Okay, we don't have to worry about that.
Well, we have a break of a count right there, and now they're continuing chopping back and forth, back and forth. You can hear the echoes right here in the ring. Oh, and Del Monte then.
Oh,
throwing
man.
JT over. I think he might have just caught his shoulder on the post right there.
I think he might have ripped his ear off.
Very, very close to getting his face in there. Lifts him up, drops him right onto the guardrail, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you something, Tony P can probably count to 100. These guys are not getting back in the ring unless they have to and unless they want to. Chase Del Monte then wants JT. He wants to cause some more punishment to him.
Oh no,
he puts him into the front row right there, hangs him up to dry. He hangs JT up to dry, breaking the count.
Chase is used to. Whoa!
Oh, and a double axe handle over the barricades.
That's not Chase's forte, but he knows what's on the line tonight. It means everything. If we haven't made that point before, look what he's about to do now.
He knows what's at stake. He knows what he has to do to get this done. He has to take it to JT Dunn in every different way you can imagine. Well, this is a one-on-one encounter for the ages, folks. These two really don't like each other. I know you hear that all the time, ladies and gentlemen, but trust me when I say this. JT Dunn and Chase Del Monte, they're not good friends. They're not best buddies in the back. They have two very different visions for what the future of professional wrestling should be. Chase Del Monte's vision is chaotic wrestling, the phenomenal shows that you have had over the last year, taking us from the pandemic era through those studio shows to now an absolutely sold out venue here.
Watch out, Reg!
Standing room only.
Oh, Chase coming out on top with that flying forearm.
As to what JT Dunn's vision is, I don't know, but I'll tell you something. He's going to demand a pledge, but this could be a shore kick
I think he's getting ready.
Shore kick caught by JT, and JT taking both legs of Del Monte out one at a time.
Oh no, grabbing the head.
Oh, and taking it there. Huge right hand. Del Monte's down. Del Monte could well be out.
Yikes, this is not looking good for chaotic wrestling.
Del Monte is down and out. JT's right hand just did damage, folks.
And you can hear the unit's influence. This propaganda has gotten to the crowd, Reginald. We're losing fans.
You know, the unit are gaining fans because the unit are speaking to a section of our population that feels underrepresented. And JT Dunn, you're right, is using propaganda. It's the same way that people used to follow evil people all over the world.
JT, ow, why?
And
this isn't no DQ.
Battering the leg of Chase Del Monte.
That's not a wrestling move.
That when you speak to the lowest common denominator, when you speak down to the people and you tell the people that you're just like them and all they have to do is pledge to you, they're gonna do it, unfortunately.
He's brainwashed a half a dozen of the chaotic roster already,
yes,
and he's not done yet.
He's brainwashed Ace Romero, he's brainwashed Danny Miles, he brainwashed Trigger the OG, he brainwashed Mike Werner, and he brainwashed Dirty Dango. And that's just to name a few right there. But he hasn't brainwashed Chase Del Monte, and he hasn't brainwashed the vast majority of this chaotic wrestling locker room and audience right here. The chaotic faithful are well and truly behind Chase Del Monte and chaotic wrestling, as you can see and as you've seen tonight and over the past few months.
And now he's continuing to work on that previously injured neck. As you spoke about 6 years ago, he had that horrible injury from a pile driver. JT Dunn, that was a target in the early on in this match, and now he's right back to it. He's going to try and put him away by wearing out that head.
Absolutely, he's working that neck. Oh, and a single knee chop right there.
Oh, and now smart thinking on Chase's part. Getting out of the ring.
JT just taking Chase Del Monte's knees out from under him. And look at this, as I said, the horrific reality that JT Dunn could gain control of chaotic wrestling from a count out is once again a possibility. Especially if Chase Del Monte can't make his way back into the ring.
And now he's working on that knee again. He's been focusing on not one, but two body parts, the head, and then that knee he rammed against the post.
Well, if you take away the leg and you damage Chase Del Monte and you put him outside the ring and he can't make his way back in the ring, you win by count out. JT Dunn has never, ever had me question his wrestling intelligence, and you won't have me do it tonight.
I told you, now he's onto the knee. He's just gonna break apart every body part of Chase Del Monte. That's kind of ingenious. I hate to say it.
It is genius. And again, the boos resounding in this arena right here. By the way, folks, we are sold out, standing room only. This is a record attendance for us in 2021. Our crowd numbers continue to grow and grow. And don't forget that you can get tickets to our next show live right now on chaoticwrestling.com. Our next show, of course, is on Friday, January 14th at the Watertown Sons of Italy Hall, and it is a show called Pandemonium, where of course we will see, well, we already know that we will see Shannon Lavangi, who's taken Ace Romero's spot in Pandemonium as he gave up his spot earlier in the night tonight.
Reginald, look what's going on here.
Hashtag chaotic final fight for this incredible bout between JT Dunn.
We might not even have a next show if JT Dunn wins this match.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna push back on that, because if JT Dunn does win this match, you gotta believe that his vision for the unit's chaotic wrestling has him front and center and always in the spotlight, because that is, of course, JT Dunn Pro Wrestling Savior's MO, is to get all eyes on him. But right now, Chase Del Monte's left knee is in absolute agony, being targeted over and over again by the one JT Dunn.
And now he's got Chase Del Monte in this, this submission hold.
Again, you want to question somebody's wrestling tutelage, I can tell you right now that this is a wrestling hold that JT Dunn learned whilst traveling up and down the road with one of professional wrestling's best submission wrestlers of all time, Chris Hero. And JT now, well, Chase Del Monte tries to throw JT off. He's able to get to his feet and throw the clothesline, but it took everything he had and it put Chase Del Monte right back on the mat as Chase then struggled to stay on his feet and keep his balance right here.
And he might be losing consciousness with the work to the head, but I don't even think he's going to be able to stand with what he's done to the knee.
Using the ropes to try and get up to his feet right there.
He's half unconscious, he's got half a leg.
But JT is getting up and knows where he is for the most part. JT through, JT all the way down with that face drive. Oh. Just a 2 count right there for JT Dunn.
Thank you. We can't give this all up.
I mean, that he drove Chase Del Monte's forehead right into the mat. Again, going back and forth between targeting the leg and targeting the neck.
There's too much on the line.
Top, you take out the bottom. You give nothing left for Chase Del Monte. He has to realize that he's been targeted from both sides of his body right here, from the very top from the neck and from low line, down below with the knees, of course, being targeted. And JT has to think that he's in control right here, because the fact is, he is.
But now what? Now what?
JT has got that hand cocked. Oh! But Chase then throws him over. Chase again struggling to find his feet as he comes through, and JT boots him in the face. Oh, but a shore kick! A shore kick takes JT down. Chase Del Monte throwing that shore kick almost out of instinct, almost out of desperation.
I told you, there's too much on the line, Reginald. He's gonna pull out everything. I've known Chase for 12 years, Reginald. He doesn't give up that easy. And with what's on the line tonight, he's not gonna give up unless he has to, and I don't think he'll ever have to.
There's no give up. You can talk about Chase Del Monte for 7 days straight, 24 hours a day. You're not gonna find the words give up in any way. JT then trying to pull himself up from the ropes. Chase Del Monte doing the same. Chase then limping over to get JT, but JT drives Chase's face right into that middle turnbuckle.
Saw the torque on the head there.
Again, goes for the neck and now goes for the foot, but JT kicked into the buckle there, and Chase Del Monte with a quick schoolboy roll up, but no, turns it. Oh, wait a sec.
Is he gonna go? He's got it in! He's got the Scorpion Deathlock!
The Scorpion Deathlock locked in, but the pressure that this stance is having on Chase Del Monte's knee must be excruciating for both men. JT trying to crawl his way out of this, trying to find a way through. He's not tapping. Chase Del Monte's knee must be pulsating under this pressure as JT crawls all the way to the ropes, and JT's inches away from the ropes. Chase has got to drag him back, but JT reaches the ropes, and the referee now making Chase Del Monte break it. Oh, but Chase doesn't break. Chase gets it back in the middle. This could be all over right here. JT Dunn biting his thumb.
You got this, Chase.
Let's go with this. The Scorpion Deathlock. Look at the angle. Look at the angle of JT Dunn's back.
You got him dead center. You just gotta keep that hold in. Keep it locked in. No!
Oh, and he turns it around. He turns it around right there. And the knee of JT Dunn and the knee of Chase Del Monte are absolutely in pain.
What's he gotta do, Reg? What does he have to do here tonight?
Well, folks, of course, please don't forget that not just the control of Chaotic Wrestling is on the line tonight. If JT Dunn loses, his unit, his backup, his numbers advantage in the future.
Here we go.
It's gone. The unit will have to disband, and Chase Del Monte would love to be the man that puts the nail in the coffin
Well,
of the
speak about
unit.
coffins, I think he's gonna send him straight to the grave with the C2G pile driver.
He's got him in position. He promised him. He said he pledges a pile driver, but JT comes out of it, ducks under, ripcord, elbow.
Chase to your face!
What a move by Chase Del Monte. Goes for a pin. The unit are disbanded. No, kicked out right now. The unit's lifeline was just kicked out on the count of 2.5 right there.
Wow. Wow. JT Dunn. He's giving it his all. I don't think I've seen quite a performance from JT Dunn like this.
Well,
especially without the unit by his side.
I mean, but this is it. JT Dunn realizes what is at stake here. If he wins, control. If he loses, collapse. If he loses, everything he's loved, everything he's built over the last year is gone. Chase Del Monte charges in, gets pushed away by Dunn. Roll through.
No!
Pop-up powerbomb. Kick out from JT.
I think he was inspired by one of the former owners here at Chaotic Wrestling with that beautiful pop-up powerbomb, but no, it was not enough to keep JT Dunn down. It was not enough to break up the unit.
The unit are still functioning right now, but I will say I'm surprised that I haven't seen them at ringside yet. That's typically their MO. Oh, look at this now. Chase Del Monte with the fingers of JT Dunn. They are battling for supremacy. They are battling for control. And look at Chase stepping on the head of JT Dunn right there. Worse for wear, though, is Chase Del Monte as he goes up. What do we got here?
Oh, I think we're gonna see it.
I think you're right, Pat.
The 5 knuckles of doom. No!
Step up enziguri from JT Dunn. All the way from the top rope, but Chase Del Monte is now resting on the steel post right there. JT picks him up. Oh, no, wait a sec.
No, we know the history with pile drivers in Chase Del Monte.
This is it. What do we got? Oh, my goodness. Control of Chaotic Wrestling. No, not yet.
That was instinct, Reg.
A pile driver from JT Dunn.
He's
but
out.
Not enough.
He's out. Chase is out. I'm telling you, that was instinct alone.
I'm concerned for the neck of Chase Del Monte. All that pressure coming down on the vertebrae. This crowd are back and forth.
And he's trying to block it all out. He's not letting it get to him.
Well, he can block out his ears all he wants. You can't block out the feelings in the heart of these Chaotic Wrestling fans. And deep down, they understand and they are in almost unanimous agreement that JT Dunn sucks. The unit then are working their way back up. JT nursing that hamstring, realizing that Chase Del Monte is down and his neck might well be the cause of his downfall right here. JT Dunn standing over Chase Del Monte. It looks like he is going to issue a second proclamation.
No, he's not going to go for his own move. There we go. Good wherewithal, Chase. Chase cutter out of nowhere.
Oh, but not enough to get the job done. A rolling JT cutter was what we thought we were going to see, but it turned into a rolling Chase cutter and almost a 3 count.
But was that all Chase had left?
Well, Chase is always going to dig deep and find what he needs to, but it's true. He's lost a lot of his momentum. He's lost a lot of his ability to utilize his legs, and those legs that are under him are a little bit weak, but it seems that JT Dunn is nursing his neck, and Chase Del Monte cocking that right arm.
I think he's gonna hit. JT Dunn with his own.
It looks like a Chase version of death by elbow, and the poetic justice that this pen is about to write the final story of the unit with is amazing. Death by elbow.
No!
Tony P was close. Oh no!
There's the real deal!
Death by elbow to Chase Del Monte. Wait a sec.
He kicked out, Reg! He kicked out!
Just the two. Chase Del Monte kicks out of death by elbow. That wasn't a partial death by elbow. That wasn't he didn't quite get all of it death by elbow. That was a full-on death by elbow to the side of Chase Del Monte's jaw, and Chase Del Monte kicks out.
I think these fans are getting into the head of JT Dunn, Reginald.
They are absolutely getting into his head. Ladies and gentlemen, the tension in this, let me just describe for you the tension in this room, because everyone knows what is at stake right here. The control of chaotic wrestling versus the future of the unit. JT's future is on the line. And JT is on his feet. Chase Del Monte is laughing in the face and gets kicked in the face as a result of the laughter. And now JT Dunn is kicking the head in of Chase Del Monte. He just lost it. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
He's had a simple message for JT Dunn, but I don't think he liked it very much.
JT Dunn has gone too far right there. I mean, he just kicked the head. Oh, what?
Wait a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, cast your mind back to Tewksbury 6 months ago when Tony P, the referee, put his hands on JT Dunn. If I know anything about JT Dunn, I know that JT Dunn never forgets. And Brendan Paul came out to be a second referee, and JT Dunn just laid him out. It seems JT Dunn has a totally different plan.
Those are our registered officials for tonight, Reginald. I don't know who's going to call this match in the ring.
Well, that's it. We only have Tony P, and we only have Brendan Paul.
Who's he calling for? Do we have a third ref back there he's calling for?
We don't. Kevin Quinn is not here.
He wasn't called for a referee. I should have known better. It's the rest of the unit that's here tonight.
Well, we've got 3 other members of the unit here tonight, and this is the Jekylls and the Coyotes surrounding the Warrior in the ring, and Chase Del Monte is surrounded. The future of his company is in absolute jeopardy, and dare I say, it is hanging on by a string right now.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about!
Wait a second!
That's what I'm talking about!
Here comes the cavalry! Oh, they're coming from both sides! The entire locker room of Chaotic Wrestling has emptied out both sides of the ring.
You know what?
Wait a sec! Bob Matthews heading to the ring as well. I'm gonna stay here, folks. This is it. We've got the entire locker room of Chaotic Wrestling surrounding the ring. The unit are absolutely outnumbered. There is no doubt about it. For once, the numbers game is totally in favor of Chaotic Wrestling. And this is absolute craziness. Folks, I don't even know what to call. We've got people in the ring, left, right, and center. The unit are being taken out. Ace Romero's being taken down. Danny Miles is being taken down. Trigger the OG is being taken down. And in the center of it all, right in the middle of it all, you've got JT Dunn and you've got Chase Del Monte continuing to kick the heck out of each other. We've got everybody going, and everybody's going at it. The unit are being cleared out of here. They are being chased off by Chaotic Wrestling. They are being chased away by this entire locker room. And what is left right now is Chase Del Monte and JT Dunn. The odds are even. May the odds be ever in your favor, Chase Del Monte, because this now becomes one-on-one. Everything that you have fought for comes to fruition tonight. This is final fight. And Pat Matthews, my buddy, I take my hat off to you. Way to go, way to stick up for your company.
I'm not letting this go to those guys, these jerks, these...
I saw you get your licks in, buddy. I'm proud of you. But right here, we've got JT Dunn and Chase Del Monte. There's nobody left. There's no one coming to anyone's defense. Well, this is where it started, and this is where it ends for Chase Del Monte and JT Dunn. Their hands are up. The wrestling match is over. This is a fight to the finish. This is chaotic. Final fight, and everything is on the line, ladies and gentlemen. Right hands from both men. Who's going to get the better of it? It looks like JT has got a little bit of an advantage, but Chase fires back. Now Chase has the upper hand. Now JT, this is back and forth. JT then winds up, goes for death by elbow. Chase then gets a couple of right hands in. Chase winds up, gets kicked in the midsection in the bread basket, and JT Dunn sticking his finger up to Chase Del Monte, but in reality, ladies and gentlemen, JT Dunn is sticking his finger up at you, because that's how he feels about chaotic wrestling. Wait a second. Pat Matthews, JT Dunn has gone under the ring, and that looks like the same chair that Dirty Dango used at the end of our last show to signify his allegiance to the unit and to signify the future of chaotic wrestling could well be under scrutiny.
I thought we evened the odds. He's got a chair, Reginald.
Wait a, did you say even the odds? Rich Palladino,
yes!
The ring announcer, the man who has been here since day one, is saying no,
yes,
he's had enough, and he takes the chair away from JT Dunn,
that's what
and
I'm talking about.
Even the odds. Well done, Rich Palladino. There he is,
He's
Rich
been here
Palladino.
Since day one, Reginald.
He is the OG of chaotic wrestling. Rich Palladino not letting it fly. Well done. No, don't touch Rich Palladino, JT. He's a ring announcer.
He was doing the right thing, JT.
He's a ring announcer. Put your hand down. Oh! Rich Palladino with a right hand.
Yes!
Have you ever seen anything like it?
C2G!
We need a referee. We need a referee in there. Rich Palladino, rolling Tony P. The unit. Just a 2 count. I thought the unit were over. I thought the unit were disbanded. Chaotic Wrestling remained in control of Chase Del Monte. And it all would have been down to the right hand of Rich Palladino. How poetic would that have been?
What does he have to do, for God's sake?
Well, these two men have given everything so far, but it seems like they're going to have to give just a little bit more to see exactly what happens here. As Chase Del Monte, appreciative of the assist from Rich Palladino, appreciative of the fact that Rich Palladino is continuing the assist by putting that chair back in the ring, as Chase Del Monte now is looking like he has got JT exactly where he wants him. And could we be seeing oh no, look at this from Chase Del Monte. Are you kidding me? A C2G from the top rope, but JT slips out of it, and JT Dunn puts Chase Del Monte again in harm's way on the top rope. Chase kicks JT away. Oh, wow! Raise sunrise. Oh, but an elbow in response. No! No! Ladies and gentlemen, never has my job been more difficult than right now because, and I can't believe I'm saying this, Pat Matthews, JT Dunn is now in control of Chaotic Wrestling.
I don't have anything left to say, Reg.
I mean, I have questions. Pat, are we gonna have jobs in 2022? I mean, you and I have said some terrible things about the unit. It didn't even occur to me that JT would win this bout. Are you and I gonna have jobs in 2022? What is Chaotic Wrestling gonna look like now that JT Dunn and the unit are in control?
I don't know what to think, Reg. I've been here for over a decade. Never have I seen anything the likes of this.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the darkest day in Chaotic Wrestling history.